Hey, Graham. How have things gone so far with just adjusting to everything new, with it being such a strange time, new teammates, new city, all of that? And I guess when did you get here, and have you felt comfortable?
I think it's gone pretty well. I came out here once. I feel like I came out here, and I drove out in March to kind of check out things, and then I came back in May, and then I moved out here for sure, or like forever, basically in the middle of July, and that's been going really well. Don't really have a lot of furniture in my house. Thanks a lot, COVID. Things have taken a little bit longer than I would have liked. Don't have any couches. I have folding chairs in my living room, but other than that, things are going well. But I mean, meeting the teammates and everything, everybody was super welcoming, and I'm really grateful for that. And they've been awesome so far, and I'm just trying to do what I can for them.
Next up on Stapleton, go ahead.
Hey, Graham, does it complicate the adjustment or matters at all that you have, three guys that are rotating in at center, and you're also going to have some guys rotating in at right tackle around you?
I mean, I don't think it takes as long to develop chemistry as a lot of people say it does. I think that you can kind of get that going within the matter of a few weeks, a couple weeks. So the rotations are necessary. They're battling for a job, and we're just trying to put the best five out there. So until we find out who the best five are, I think we need to keep doing it and figuring out what's best for the line and the team.
Next up, Ryan O'Halloran, go ahead.
Hey, Graham, just follow up on Arnie's question. You played center in this league. For a guy like Austin, what's the biggest transition from going from a right guard last year here to a center now?
I mean, I'd probably say the biggest part that he needs to, I mean, he's kind of figured it out. He's a really, really smart kid, but it just comes down to the mental part of the game. When you're a center, it's, you're not getting a whole bunch of one-on-ones like you would if you were a guard, if you were a tackle, but you just end up just as exhausted because mentally it takes a toll on you, because you need to make sure that you're on top of your game. You spend a lot more time studying, and you just need to make sure that because of that, because if the center's messed up, we're all messed up. So he's getting everybody on the same page, and so far I think him and Pat and even Kush because Kush, he's a first-year player. I think they've done a fantastic job, and they've been learning the system well.
Next up, Andrew Mason, go ahead.
The defensive line that you're going against on a daily basis, what are your thoughts on the guys up front, Jarrell Casey, Mike Purcell, Shelby Harris in particular?
Well, I mean, it doesn't just stop it there. I mean, there's Draymond, there's the young buck's really good, and 95 McTelvin, I think his name is. He's a dynamic player. We have a lot of dynamic players up front here, and it's only going to make us better. I think that we've done a pretty good job so far, and we just need to kind of just keep growing. And I think that they'll do us a lot of good going into the division and into the season.
Next up, Troy Ring, go ahead.
Graham, now that you've been able to see Drew Lock up close, what are your impressions? And how big is a couch for an offensive lineman after practice? Can you hook yourself up with American Furniture or somebody? Get yourself somewhere to relax?
Listen, man, I don't know. I have to consult my wife on that one. She's the one who makes those decisions. But in regards to Drew Lock, he's awesome. I think that he knows what he's doing, and he can go out there and do it. And I think that when it comes to being a quarterback, there's a lot of pressure placed on you in this league. And I think that from what I've seen so far, how he handles himself and how he handles himself in the offense and how he is just a leader for our team so far, he's been doing a fantastic job, and that's all you can really ask, especially if somebody who's as young as he is a second-year player.
Next up, Nick Kosmutter.
Yeah, Dalton Reisner is obviously a guy that brings a lot of energy into any room. What's just been your impression of kind of getting to know him here in the early going?
Me and Dalton have been getting along awesome. I like to go and Munch is, well, first of all, Munch is awesome. Munch has a lot of technique things that he wants us to do, and that he does a really good job of teaching. But beyond that, I think that he does a good job of bouncing ideas off me, and I do a good job of bouncing ideas off him. He's somebody who I view as not like, I'm not just a mentor to him. I feel like he's a contemporary and somebody who I can actually talk ball with, and we can and because of that, he's a good player. He's young. He's up and coming. He's going to do great things here, and I'm just fortunate that I'm on the line with him, really.
Next up, Darren Mckee, go ahead.
How's Pat Shermer's offense to learn?
I'm sorry, excuse me?
How is Pat Shermer's offense to learn?
To learn?
Yeah. How's it
Oh,
go?
okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, my bad. I think it's been pretty good. I think that we've the coaches did a fantastic job this offseason installing it and teaching it to us, and that really, all the credit to them. But the guys here, we want to learn. We want to make sure we're getting it right and we're pegging it down. So, it's been fairly easy. I think that they've done a good job installing, and we've done a good job of just picking it up. And from there, we haven't really had a ton of MAs, which I'm really proud of because we have a young room, and I feel like that's something that you kind of could take for granted. But so overall, I'd say it's not like easy, but you need to put the work in. Like, I guess that's what I'm trying to say in conclusion.
Guys, time for a couple more. Next up, Mike Kliss.
Yeah, Graham, you are one of the oldest guys on this offense, the starting offense. Does it feel that way to you? I mean, does it strike you how young that your side of the ball is?
At times, I feel like I'm the oldest guy because I'm making sure getting the body right, rolling out, hot tub, cold tub, doing all the stuff that I need to do before practice, and some of these guys just kind of roll in here, eat breakfast, put the pads on, go out there, and they're ready to rock. But other than that, like when you're in the huddle, you would never know that these guys are first, second, third, fourth year players. They all conduct themselves extremely well, and I think that that's something that we have going for us. I think that it doesn't really matter that they're young. They have a mentality that they're just going to go out there and produce, and that's something that you can't really teach. I think that's more credit to them.
Next up, Zack Stevens. Go ahead.
Hey, Graham, thanks for talking with us. Well, you mentioned working with Mike Munchak. What has surprised you about working with him, and what's it like?
I would say, a lot of people have told me that he's an awesome coach, and he has a fantastic way of getting his players to play the best that they can. And I didn't exactly know like what that entailed, but he has a way that he likes to teach his technique. He has a technique that he likes us to use, and that's just I've been trying to basically immerse myself into that and take it in and try to use it as much as I can, and not be like scared to switch things up. And because of that, I think that I'll end up being an even better player.